I have two ideas. If I can explain in this video, I don't know. But one is the character of people. Depending upon how you're raised, including the implant process when you're young, which you don't remember, because before your word and logic start to kick in your mind. So you have certain character developed over time, especially in early days. So to change that in the later days is not easy. So if you are so happy to see your father stealing something when you are very little, you may inherit such a habit without you knowing it. You may feel something, but you don't know. So what do you do if there's such a situation? How to change it? It requires certain energy, effort to work on it. But since you don't know how to change deep inside of you, only way, in my view, is to relate to that setting, know what you really like, and not to spend too much time to fix things that's not fixable. So try to get what you really like, meaning not just for your own sake, but all for the society. And if you have that, you don't have to be so versatile to do everything. You just do what you like in your field of what you like and be good at it. And that doesn't cause problem in the society, but you can even contribute to the society in what you really like. So everybody is like a different species, have its own character. So know yourself, what character you have. Even the unconscious part of you is important. So at the end, as you go through this process, you may find more harmony in what you do. Maybe your segment of what you work on, your mini universe, mini society, may be narrow, because your skill is very fit to that, but not in the other area. If so, it's okay. One trick pony. I think that's the word. You're good at something, help people do it, and you're happy and the society benefit. Even there are lots of other things in the other part of the world or the universe. But you do your own thing. So it's like how the species, all living beings, find their niche. And if you can do everything, that's wonderful, but typically that's rare for having such a skill. So know thyself, do what you really like, and focus and be good at it and help the society, and you feel good and feel happy about it. That's the way. Next person have a different character. The other person has a different character. But you have your own character, mini character, mini universe, mini company, fit to what you do. Go through CAPD, connect it to your heart, that's okay. So the story of this, I forgot the name of the person, I usually forget. The person who doesn't remember his name got enlightened according to the story of Buddha. He found his niche. He cannot remember things, but he's good at something, in this case sweeping, and he's enlightened. And there are many those who can be enlightened, like stars and galaxies. Each has its own character and shining. So that's the idea. I think I thought about it because the person I know at the Zen temple, he must be really good at picking all the problems. So personally, it's very difficult to be close to him because I feel like I'm checked all the time. And he's unhappy because if things are not right, he's got upset. I feel that. So I have to leave him in his own area. But I do my portion so that if he's noticing certain droppings of the insect in the kitchen, I'll quickly pick up and take care of it so that he doesn't get disturbed. Personally, I was asked if he can take me, or in the other case was that yesterday I had that someone come pick me up, and this person who is picky wanted to join, and I thought, wow, what's going to be the right? I'll be a little concerned. He didn't show up. But if he did, that's okay. Respect. Be flexible. No need to be talking others good or bad. Let's use that as a reflection of what I do. So I just came back from eating breakfast, and he wasn't there. Well, if he's there, I don't talk usually, or anybody, because I just do what I do. And I can talk if I want to, but it's unnecessary if I are calm and peaceful and be happy in what I'm doing. Just do it. He wasn't there, but my body moved, cleaning up. I may do it, I don't know, maybe a few times a day, because it's not going to take time. And I figured out how to do it. Before I thought it didn't make much sense, so I was just observing, if it's messy or not, and then only take care of it. Now I don't do it, I just do everything. And what it does is also clean up the surface so that ants would not get into the way. So there's a double, triple merit, as well as me not disturbed and doing my duty. And it's just extra time in calm and quiet mind without thinking of that person. And he's happy like this person, the Buddha's case, that he was sweeping. Good at it. So that's one story. And the other story, I guess I was looking up, flipping this picture. Buddha is known to be able to give sermon or advice depending upon the person in front of him. So he's versatile to bring out the wisdom and communicate. So if you are one trick pony, you cannot do that. But such a skill developed takes time and energy and good background, in my view. So you may wish to be Buddha, I don't know, but you are mini Buddha in your area. And that's okay, in your mini universe, to take care of it. So his approach, the Buddha's approach, and I thought about this because I've read many books, and one of the books from Daisetsu, or the one Shimura wrote about Daisetsu, talked about Bodhidharma's way of teaching. One is to come from the brain, one is come from the body. From the brain, Rinyu, Ri means reason, and Nyu is enter with reason. And the other one is Rinyu, Gyouyu. Gyou is behavior, and enter, so actual action, acting a part of it. In my case, I may be a little nerdy, so engineering and the brain oriented and curious. So I may have come from the Rinyu brain first enter to this Buddha's way or awakened life. So there are two basic approaches it was explained. I think there's a Pali term, Paliyati and I forgot the other one. Anyway, that's corresponding to coming from the brain or coming from the heart or the body or action. I think Daisetsu Suzuki was from the brain because I read his books, and he, at the beginning of Zen, he read and read and read, although he does Zen a lot. But I think that's coming up from, if there are data available, let's absorb it. So I think I've read quite a bit and didn't get it, but I still accumulated and put myself into that maybe little intellectual part of it. Engineering background and business background, logic. But later, more I realized is the body part is very important, meaning the action part. So I was talking with one of the guys who does Zen with me, and he's like an athlete type. And I can characterize, not to narrow my view into this fixated idea, but I kind of thought that, okay, he doesn't like to play with koan. Koan tend to be a little bit brain oriented because you have to go through the logic and beyond the logic and how to go through. And he said that he doesn't, because he is the one, in his case, everybody's different, but in his case, doing the exercise, yoga, and into Zen made sense. I asked if parents are like that. He said no, but parents put him into that environment and he started to get into it. Lots of swimming. I forgot how many, miles or whatever he swam from early days. So it's in him. And that's different from coming from the brain. I may talk like this too much. Maybe that's a sign of my brain-related behavior, to see through the maze of the logic and the word, to pass through it to get into the core of it. I read many books and doing this video, also to put those insight, understanding, connecting to the heart and body, to be found and share this for myself, as well as whoever wants to watch this, to get some hint. In my case, it's confirmation of what I realized and reinforce that learning so that I don't get deviated. If I get deviated, go through CAPD, check-out plan 2, to figure out what is that is missing and then come up with the insight. Shila Samadhi Panya, check-out plan 2, and with calm and quiet mind, and let the experience come to me as wisdom and compassion. So I'm pounding of my life experience in this and that. And the whole point may be very simple, but still, process is simple, but depending upon the occasion and the setting, there are so many varieties. So ideally, to be like a water, you can be flexible to figure out. But to get there, lots of experience and process may be necessary. Not to say this is going to be a tiring work, but rather to get better. Every day, repetition is mother of the skill. Few percentage gain every day, exponentially every day, every few percentage. It's go a long way, go into unbelievable exponential understanding. Experientially, like an experience curve I talk about. On the other hand, forgetting a curve, unnecessary burden, I can ditch off, but by not repeating. If I repeat, that reinforces the bad habit. So it's the opposite of experience curve, but it's the same thing into the exponential process of learning and exponential process of the forgetting. But if you did do the wrong thing again, it goes back to start again to get into the experiential if you don't do it. If you do it again, then you have to. The other one is the other opposite way of learning, reinforcing, that's right again, and then go up. Then you get built into your system. So I think I mentioned about, what did I say? Different character, different process, different approach, different way maybe seen in each case. And each of us can find our own niche, the way, the universe, mini universe, and be good at it. Because it's no use of trying so many things and not good at it. So have some edge in certain area and then make that process growing and expanding. Anti-entropic force, go against the law of entropy, which if you leave alone, things deteriorate. You leave alone those unnecessary skills to deteriorate by not touching it. And focus in the area that is beneficial, which you find it meaningful, and be the master of that mini company or the mini me. So that's kind of like a summary of looking at the different character, have a way to maneuver with beginner's mind, always connected to the absolute state of being, to start new every day, every moment. Let's do it. And may all beings be happy.